Welcome back. Today it's another toy restoration, this vintage Tonka Jeep. Now I know there's a couple other restoration channels that have done this exact model, so we're not going to go through all the disassembly and reassembly because, to be honest, those channels showed the process very well, and I'm going to link to those below. So if you haven't seen those, go check them out. If one of those channels brought you here, well, I thank you for watching. Please subscribe. So as you can see, mine is in very rough shape, missing a lot of parts. So we're going to do a little custom on this, and I hope you like it. First things first, let's go pick out a color. And this time, I let my son choose it. Let's check it out. You want to go pick out your paint color?
This, I like it.
You like this green?
This green.
That green? Gloss jungle green?
Glass jungle green.
Okay. I guess that's the color we're going to get. Okay. I got this on eBay. This is a replacement interior tub. We also got some leftover LED lights from my NyLint Semi project. Those things are going to work just perfectly. We're going to paint it with this self-etching primer and then go over it with the color he picked out, this jungle green. And we got it all painted up. We'll put some rivets back in it. And here's what it looks like with the windshield installed. And we're just going to put the tires and the little white walls and hubcaps on. As you can see, I've picked out some of the lettering on the side of the Jeep, the little raised lettering that says Jeep. That's also on the front. And I also picked out and colored in the amber turn signal lights. And we just put the push cap nuts on the other side of the axles and then just going to put those hubcaps on. It's a pretty simple toy to put together and take apart. That's why the other channels showed the disassembly and reassembly very well. I didn't think I needed to rehash it here because we're going to do a custom on this, and I got some really neat things in store, so keep watching. Also, mine was not missing the little hitch part, so we're going to rivet that back on. And putting this rivet in, then we'll just cut that stud off. Okay, now for the really fun stuff. We're going to build the roll bar out of some styrene tube, and this is also going to be the support for the top that we're going to build, and you're going to see that a little bit later. Just getting some measurements and showing how we're going to build it. This is going to be the length, and we're going to mark them, cut them all. Okay, now we'll measure for the cross beams, and it's slightly trapezoidal. Now here's a little trick I thought to do, because the real builders of roll bars kind of do this. They sort of notch each tube so there's more surface area to weld. In this case, the welding is going to be done with Tamiya's thin cement, and then we're going to reinforce it with some super glue and baking soda to make it really strong. And as you can see, we got a nice right angle, and here it is as it's coming together. Now I did a lot of this off camera because it was just hard to film, but here's with all the cross bracing, and it's very strong, and we'll put some paint on it.
Welcome to Sewing with the Junkman.
Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to make the top. I bought this fabric at a fabric store, and I think it looks just right for the type of effect I'm trying to go for here. We also got some fringe here that we're going to put around to make it look more like a little island cruiser around a little like Hawaiian resort or something. As you see, we're going to need to measure, and we want to cover the entire top, and it's kind of trapezoidal shaped, so we'll take our tape measure and measure off all the dimensions, And I'm adding a 1/2 inch on each side so I can hem the edges. Now I'm just transferring my measurements to the fabric, and we're going to just cut out a rectangle first, and then we'll deal with the trapezoidal shape later. Get rid of the excess and square up the edges. Now I measured, and we just cut and join the points. Now with my sewing machine, I'm just folding over and hemming the edges for a nice finished look. Now I'm measuring for the little fringe pieces, and I'm adding plenty of excess on each side, and then I'll trim them after I get them sewn on. This was kind of tricky because these were very fiddly, and the seaming wanted to get tangled up with the little loops of the fringe, but I just took my time and I got them very straight. Now we need to measure for the little elastic bands that are going to tension the top, and I'm just affixing them with some fabric glue, and I'll go ahead and just hand sew these on for a little extra rigidity after the glue dries. Now we're wiring these little LED lights, just doing a little bit of soldering. And now here's the bezels that go through the front. I had to drill the holes out just a little bit to make these fit. And of course, you can't really see what I was doing. I wished I would have done this before I put the axles in, but now we're putting the battery compartment in using some VHB tape. And as you see, you really couldn't see what I was doing, so I just cut to the finished product. And here it is with the top on and tension. I think it looks very good, and the little headlights on. It's a fun little project. I think it turned out well, and I really enjoyed doing this one. A little different take on this classic Tonka Jeep toy. Here it is with the LED lights working. My son is going to love this, and that's what I do. I do this all to restore for my son to play with these. That's what they are. They're toys. They're meant to be played with. And I thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Check out my website on my blog page. I have plenty of updates to my website all the time. And check out my other restorations. Oh yeah, and I didn't forget the steering wheel.